As an Eagles fan and as a football fan and a football enthusiast who loves watching the game, I'm going to expose Chip Kelly's idiocy today with the stupid personnel moves that he makes and his on the field garbage play calling. LaShawn McCoy, you traded him. You traded him, and he was a better fit for your offense than DeMarco Murray or Ryan Matthews put together. You traded him for Kiko Alonso, who hasn't done shit, who's been non-existent. He made one highlight play, and that was back in week 1, intercepting a turnover machine in Matt Ryan. This trade didn't work out in your favor. Buffalo got the better end of the trade. You saw LaShawn McCoy statistics. I had the arrow pointing when Chip Kelly came. Put up big numbers. Huge numbers. But you traded a linebacker with ACL injuries for him. And then you bring in DeMarco Murray. And you put this bullshit. You put up this bullshit with DeMarco Murray. Now, Dallas fans and highlight fans who don't know shit about football are going to tell you, well, DeMarco Murray wasn't that good anyway. What the fuck are the running backs right now in Dallas are doing? What is Darren McFadden doing? What is the rest of that backfield doing? What is Christian Michael doing? If you would have had DeMarco Murray, Dallas, you would have won some of those games without Tony Romo. You would have beaten Seattle because he was the main reason why I beat Seattle last year. You brought in Ryan Matthews. You got Darren Sproles. You got DeMarco Murray, but yet you don't know how to utilize him. You're saying that, the old ways of running the football with single back are dead. How is Carolina 14-0? What do they do best? Run the football with one back. They don't have to go into this rotational bullshit. Yeah, Jonathan Stewart will get a breather. But your personnel decisions, Chip. You traded Nick Foles for Sam Bradford. I don't dislike Bradford. I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but you got a guy that does not fit your system. You traded for the guy that actually fits your system and put up pretty impressive numbers. Even when this second year, he started off rocky, but he was starting to play well until he had the shoulder injury in Nick Foles. Your decisions just don't make any sense. You've been spending, your top picks on wide receivers. Huff hasn't produced. Aguilar has had a down rookie season. He's supposed to be your speed threat. The only guy that so far is producing is Jordan Matthews. And to tell you the truth, I think you underutilize him just by making him a slot receiver. He can go deep. Let him use that big body. You underutilize Brent Selleck. And this is what gets me irate. You let this guy who can't catch a fucking pass today, and I don't even know why you challenged that shit. Maybe you challenged it so you can validate why you kept Riley Cooper over Jeremy Maclin. This guy gets to stay. Jeremy Maclin walks, putting up great numbers with two different quarterbacks. With that turnover machine, Mark Sanchez and Nick Foles, who was hurt. He betted on himself. You don't fucking reward him. But you're the GM though, right? Riley Cooper stays. 21 receptions in 16 fucking weeks. In 16 fucking games, I should say. 21 fucking receptions. Look at those years that he had. He had Deshaun. He had Maclin to open up stuff for him. That's why he put up those impressive numbers, Chip, in your offense. Because you had guys that can open up the top of the defense with Deshaun and Maclin. Maclin is putting up those type of numbers with Alex Smith, the most conservative quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Look at what the numbers he did when you let him go the year before. Look at the numbers. 86 catches, 1,300 yards, 15 per catch, 72 longest, 10 touchdowns. You keep Riley Cooper with 2 touchdowns for a guy that put up 10 touchdowns in your system. Everybody thought, oh, maybe Macklin is just a product of having Deshaun. Well, Deshaun left and he put up big numbers without Deshaun Jackson. You don't know how to run an NFL team, and it's pretty evident. You get a quarterback that does not have an offensive line to protect him. You use DeMarco Murray like he's a situational back. You let the main guys go that made your offense top. You had the most 20-yard plays in your first year. Second year it tailed off, but I think you were 4th or 5th in the league with big plays. This guy came back to haunt you in this thing. Don't look at the catches he had or the yards he put up. Look at what he did for Jordan Reed, Pierre Garçon, the backs coming out the backfield. He opens up stuff. You need a deep threat. Aguilar Huff can't make up the production that Macklin and Deshaun put up. And LaShawn McCoy. What the fuck is this guy doing? I mean, let's look at tonight's game and just look at the stupidity of Chip Kelly, especially with the fumble with DeMarco Murray. Everybody's going to look at it and say, well, DeMarco Murray should have caught it. Yes, that is true. He should have caught the ball. But it's what, 3rd and 2? As soon as I seen Brett Selleck goes in motion, I knew what that play was. The Redskins knew what that play was. Because Brent Selleck is going to do a crack block or get in the way of the linebacker trying to seal that edge and let Jason Kelce pull out and try to get that block. To get 2 yards, you want to do a toss play with the weather conditions. It's stupid. And this goes back to the Sam Bradford report. This is why it irks me. You want to back Sam Bradford. You want to give him all this, like nobody can criticize him. Everybody else's fault. But if you trust Sam Bradford so much, he's your fucking guy. He's your quarterback of your future, right, Chip Kelly? He's the guy that's going to lead your team. Why does he not make audibles when he sees a blitz? Because there was one play on the 4th down and 5 when he just overthrew Matthews. He knew the blitz was coming, but there's nothing he can do because it seems like he's not allowed to change the play, even when a defense is designed to stop it. Why is audible not part of the game? I see Jason Kelce will make line changes, but Sam Bradford, the guy you're backing, does not have the option to fucking audible in your system. This fucking godly world, immaculate system that you have that continues to not put up fucking points. Chip Kelly is a fucking idiot. Never wanted this guy. I wanted Gus Bradley. All your offseason decisions have been dog shit. Every decision has not worked out. You had a winning couple of seasons because you had Andy Reid's players. Now, Andy Reid was in the same situation, inherited Ray Rose players, but he slowly implemented his guys through the draft. And that's something I haven't seen Chip Kelly done real well is draft. You drafted Lane Johnson, give you credit for that. Jordan Matthews, give you credit for that. Jordan Hicks, give you credit for that. But as a Philly fan, I can't tolerate this guy. He's arrogant, self-conceited. He thinks we're stupid. Blame the running backs coach when DeMarco Murray doesn't get the carries that he should. Deuce Staley is in charge of the rotation. Aren't you putting the game plan together? Don't you have the personnel package for that specific game plan against that opponent that fucking week? Do you think we're that fucking stupid? I wish I was a journalist because I would have asked him these questions. 6 carries for DeMarco Murray against the Redskins. You ran him up the middle consistently, and you got some yards out of it. But Third down, you want to do a crackback toss, or whatever that garbage is. I'm sick of this idiot coach. Yes, I said idiot because some of the shit that I see is just fucking stupid. Zach Ertz has an amazing game, but even with the game plan, the way you use them, it's like, why not keep attacking the way he was? I mean, Bradford missed some throws. He should have thrown a touchdown, but, he wants this guy. What's wrong with just keeping LaShawn McCoy? I don't want to hear about the money situation because you spent a good ton of money for DeMarco. Chip Kelly, you better change your shit or get the fuck out of Philly, man. You get eliminated by the same fucking team. Congrats to the Redskins. But they ain't going to go nowhere in the playoffs because their defense is garbage. Everybody wants to pipe up Kirk Cousins, but when he plays an elite defense, he turns the ball over. Like Carolina, 4 fucking times. The Jets, 3 turnovers in that game. Chip Kelly has to go if he doesn't realize that he is the problem. You can't be the general manager and the head coach and keep making bonehead personnel decisions. Won't be tolerated in Philly. Fuck that.